But at the end of the day, I have 3 no-nos when it comes to like who I can as a porn star in this industry. My 3 big no-nos are no rappers, no athletes, and no comedians. No, never, because they're all on some other.
So mainstream actors are okay.
I mean, they might be a little weird, but so far they keep their mouth shut.
Oh, really? You just want discretion? I got it.
A little bit, and to be treated like a human being, you know?
Well, that should definitely be the priority.
But that's my point about these big 3 no-nos is they don't treat you like human beings. They treat you like a phone call at 2 a.m.
I hate to break it to you, a lot of unsuccessful dudes do the same thing.
Well, I mean, I'd like people to assume that I don't really fuck around with people who are unsuccessful to begin with.
Maybe you have feelings, Liv. Maybe you like someone.
Well, I mean, I suck his dick for my OnlyFans.
Well, I'm just saying, present company excluded. Like in the history of your life, I don't think you're a person who was just like, so what's your status? You know, was your big determining factor from the jump. I don't like, you know, I think that you actually, you know, value other humans, not just what, you know, their career is.
To be perfectly honest, one of the main reasons I even got into porn was because I didn't want to be the girl just hooking up with guys for the hell of it. I was like, if I'm going to hook up with guys, I want to get paid for it. And I don't want to just anybody. I want to successful, attractive men. Maybe not so attractive, but I want a successful men. I'm not going to waste my time with these losers and bottom feeders. I'm going to be completely honest. That's how I got into porn. I'm not going to f around with fucking losers.
Okay, fair. Fair. I just I'm amused by that are comedic actors okay?
Define comedic actor.
Well, maybe they were once a comedian and now they're primarily an actor. Like Adam Sandler.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they crossed over. They crossed over.
Like Adam Sandler definitely was a comedian.
Oh, he could get it any day. Yeah. Dress up as Little Nicky Daddy.
I just had a vision of him like railing you doggy style while eating Popeyes, but dressed as Little Nicky, but that's just where my mind went.
That's like it's just one of my favorite feel-good movies. So it's just like, if we're going to do an Adam Sandler reference, we're going with Little Nicky.
But there are lots of, you know, comedians that transition into being actors. So
yeah, kind of.
You're like having to scroll their IMDb first. You're like, all right, let's look at your credits.
Well, to be perfectly fair, I am a walking IMDb. I've seen so many movies over the years. I have a very extensive, I guess, movie repertoire mentally. So I can already go through individual actors and be like, okay, you've done this film, this film. You're up there. This actor, who is this guy? He's done what? Okay, no, he's like C-list. I know I might be like an F-list celebrity, but I'm still a niche celebrity.
Right.
If A-list celebrities view me as a celebrity, I'm something.
I agree. I'm just trying to, okay, so no athletes, no rappers, no comedians, but comedic actors are okay. But what about other musicians?
I haven't really found out with too many musicians to really have an opinion about them, to be perfectly honest. I know some girls are very hit or miss with them. A lot of girls are just like, musicians, they're all douchebags. But then you have some girls who are like, no, this one's really cool. He's been really chill. My mother, for example, she has a song written not about her, but about a story she told to the old lead singer of Sublime. So that song, Seeing Red, that's my mom's song. So
I'm glad that song's about her, not dating So
Right. But like, so it's like my I guess my perspective on musicians is a little biased. My family's always been really cool with musicians, so musicians have always been cool with us.
anecdotally, the porn music thing, I've seen it not work well at all. Like I've seen plenty of my friends over the years get involved with, rock musicians and stuff like that, where it's like it works for a while and then it's a lot of the same jealousy of like, oh shit, you got to go back to work.
Mhm.
And then their ego can't handle that.
Yeah.
The thing that like initially attracted them to you in the first place, like, what do you mean you got to go with somebody today? Like, yeah, that's the job. That's what you signed up for.
Mhm. And I feel like that goes across the board regardless of whether or not they're famous, not famous, actor, musician, comedian, athlete, etc., entertainer. It's hard to be with a porn star. It's really hard to be with someone who views sexuality differently than you have. Most people grow up viewing sexuality the way most society views sexuality, how you're supposed to dedicate your body to at least one person, just one, you know. Some people are a little bit more casual about it these days, but still body count is such a huge thing, and then, having to settle down, etc. Just all these societal norms are expected of us, and we as performers have decided to live outside of society. So I don't think people get into relationships understanding the compromise you have to make.
I agree wholeheartedly. And honestly, I think it's societal hypocrisy because as a dude, there was never an expectation for me to just, only one person.
Mhm.
Not once in my life. Has anyone been like, yeah, bro, she's the one. You should only fuck her forever.
Like, that's hilarious just hearing.
Right. But 100% in my teens and my early 20s, I was, myself included, my whole social circle, like, oh, she's a slut, dude. Don't know. Like,
But why not?
right. Well, it's just a weird hypocrisy. And like, I kind of get it from ye olden times where like shit would kill you.
Well, yeah, when everyone had like syphilis,
Right.
then it made sense.
Or, there wasn't a way to tell the parentage of a child. So you didn't want to be involved with a loose woman and then be like, oh, whose kid is that?
Well, it looks like you, so you're the dad.
Right. But that shit's antiquated.
Mm-hmm.
We have tests and penicillin.
Thank you, penicillin.
Right. Thank you, penicillin. Love you.